Hey guys, welcome to Lake Gaston. As you can tell by the watercolor, we've had a lot of rain. But we're gonna fish the grass today. We're gonna try to fish the edges of the grass. You can see how it mats out. It's very tough stuff. Let's go see if we can catch some bass around and in front of the grass beds. Welcome to Fishing Lake Country. My name is Dennis. Let's go fishing. Okay guys, it's early in the morning. Today we're fishing, as I said, grass. I'm fishing cattails, if you can see them or not. There's some little, it's in the shallow water. And then we're gonna work our way around the bank here into some willow grass. That's what we're doing. So it's a little bit after 6 in the morning. So we're starting off in the back of a pocket that's got cattails and some trash that blowed in here. But this grass is full of, you can see the water's back in it, it's full of minnows, and you hear a frog croaking there. So let's see if we can find a couple more. All right guys, we got another one locked up in out of this grass. I don't think he's that big either, no. I'll tell you, the big fish right now, the last couple weeks, let's get him up right here. The last couple weeks, the big fish have been hard to find. He's just a little fella. He's probably 10 inches maybe at the most. We might give him 10 and a half, but I'm still pitching this slider head here, and I got a destroyer on it right now. I think in one of my videos I call this thing a D-bomb. He makes D-bombs too, missile does, but that's a destroyer. Again, what I'm doing, I haven't caught any big fish today, but I got a kink in my line. Let's see what happens here. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, you'll get a little loop in your line and wants to catch. What I'm doing is I'm pitching it right to the front of that grass. And you can't throw back in this grass. And after a while, I'm gonna break a piece of it off, and I'm gonna show you why. Alright, see, I threw right on the front edge of it, and then I kind of pull it off of it. It'll lay up on top of it. I don't have much weight. It's 3/16. You don't want to get too heavy. If you go down in this stuff, even with braid, you just don't get it back. If you hang a fish up in it, that fish was small and he was on the edge of it. I had to get him moving at first, you know, out of it. But I'm sitting where it's dropping pretty good. I'm hanging up in it right there a little bit now. I'm sitting where it's dropping pretty good. I'm approximately 20 feet from that grass, maybe 22, and I'm sitting in, see how close we are to the bank, I'm going to show you. I'm sitting in 21 feet of water. The water is 73 right here, and the main channel was 65, except they're dumping water out of Kerr Lake, and that's what's dropped the water temperature. But that gives you an idea how fast this point drops. Now, if you go out on the point itself, it's shallow. It's only like 4 or 5 feet when I'm this close to the grass. I'm on the bluff side of you can tell by the bank here, that's dropping. I'm on the bluff side of a creek. I'm on the creek here. The main channel is right here. That's the main channel of the lake right out there. So I'm just in the mouth of a creek. And this is a typical post-spawn place. Spawn's over. The bass should be moving to places like this. It's been tough because, again, I know I sound like I'm repeating, we've had so much rain, area of 9 inches, and that's changed a lot. It's cooled the water because they're dumping water, and it's made the bite a lot tougher. And speaking with other fishermen, and even the local fishing report I read it the other evening, the big fish are hard to find right now. They're hard to come by. And I don't know if it's a water temperature dropping like that that's affecting them, the bigger fish. It seems like the small fish don't get affected as much by temperature drops and water color changes as the big fish, I reckon. I don't. It seems like these big fish get tough to catch sometimes. But we're going to try to catch one. Y'all hang with us. All right, guys, this is what I was telling you about getting hung up in this mess and how tough this stuff is. All right, let's get down here where I can get it loose. Look here. You can pull and pull and pull, and you're not going to break it. Let me see if I can get a hold of it with my hand. See the way when that hook gets in there, gets in behind those roots and stuff and gets in it, it just, like I said, it's so tough. You can hear it crunching. That's what I was trying to show you. If you look down in it, while I'm here close enough, let's see if we can do that. See down in it? See how it's got root balls everywhere. And that's why you can't just get down in it like that. I don't know what that white stuff is floating off some tree here. Oh, I see now some tree. But you just can't pull a bait through it, and it's so tough. If you hook a fish out in here, hope y'all can see all them limbs under the water, and he runs down in it, you're not gonna get him out. It just ain't gonna happen. That's why you can't throw back here. And if you do hook something, I don't know. I just don't do it because I've tried it. I can't get him out if you hook a fish back there. But you can see why the minnows and the sunperch and that kind of stuff just love it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you a piece of this. I got over here. I got hung up and go to retrieve my line, and this is what. See, this stuff just roots off of it, and this stuff is tough. And the roots are pretty tender, and this is how it grows. Now, this part up here you can break a little bit, but when you get hung up down in this part right here, see, it's pretty heavy, and it don't break easy. If you get a hook in it, that's about it. I don't have a loose hook I was going to show you. You stick a hook in this thing because it splits. Let me get my pliers right here. Look here. Hear it? See, it's I don't know how to describe it. It's called willow grass. As you can see, it's pretty tough. You can hear it breaking. So fishing line's not going to cut it like hydrilla. We used to have hydrilla here and they killed it all. Just kept spraying until we don't have any. But you know, you can pull a line and cut hydrilla or braid or cut it. That's why I'm not throwing a frog back in. Now, some of you are probably watching and going like, throw a frog. Well, you can throw a frog in the open areas of it. You know, it's a little thin. But if a fish pulls you down in that stuff, it's about 3 feet at the front of this grass. I don't know if I said that yet, so let me share that with you. It's averages around 3 feet at the front of that grass where it quits growing. It's usually around 3 feet. If you throw back in them openings, fine. If your fish hits you, you've got to keep him going. If he dives down in that part, like I just showed you, it grows under the water and it's 3 foot of it, you can imagine it's tough to get him out of there. I mean, you can go to him and it's tough to get it out of there. When you get hung up in it, if your hook penetrates it and sticks the stem of it, you got to go to it. Now, even with 50-pound braid, it's tough. If a fish dives down through it, like I said, the braid won't cut it. It won't break it up like some things do. So that's why I'm only pitching to the front of it, and I'm pitching right to the front edge of it. And that's why I was throwing a fluke collar. I could throw a fluke back in it a couple feet and get it moving and then kill it, let it die at the front of the grass. That's what I was doing. I've caught 2 so far on doing that, and let it die and let it drop down in the front of the grass a couple feet, then twitch it a few times. That works good early in the mornings when you're fishing a type of vegetation like this. But if you have this on your lake, and I know of quite a few lakes around have it, they planted it here, you know, and started about quite a few years ago, probably 18 years ago, I imagine. if I remember right. But anyway, before that, all we had was hydrilla. And then they came along and Game Commission started putting this willow grass out. And so we had to learn how to fish it. And of course the fish like it. You seen that blue herring haul ago that was up in that grass. Well, he was after minutes. He ate 2. I seen him grab 2. I tried to get it on film. He caught me where I wasn't expecting. I heard the noise and looked around and I seen him have the fish and it was gone by the chance I got to do anything. But he done swallowed it. But that's why they're in that grass. And you see that a lot on this lake. There's blue herring in this grass because it's full of minnows. I imagine it's got crayfish in it. It's full of sun perch. When you get hung up and go up there and try to get it loose, you can see the sun perch squirting around in it, you know. So it's a refrigerator, guys. It's full of stuff for them to eat. So until the water gets too hot for them to be up in it, they're going to stay in this grass in the mornings. And being it's 21 foot right there, okay, that's a good summertime place all summer. All summer, they can lay out in that 20 foot of water, pull up to that grass front and get them a couple sunfish or crayfish, and they can slide back down to 20 foot. Places like that will be good all summer long. And that's what I do during the summer. I'll stop and just fish those little deep spots. I know where quite a few of them are. Means I spend a lot of time on this lake, and that's what I'll do. I'll just go from that kind of spot to that kind of spot. So, boat traffic is really bad today. Here comes another boat on us. Okay, that's okay. We share the lake. All right, guys, let's see if we can catch another one. All right, guys. Can you see what the temperature is here? 78.7. All right, guys, got another one off this grass bed. Ain't getting no size this morning. I'm gonna give you a little update on what's going on here. I just seen that blue herring right there. Just seen him eat a sun perch before I had the camera, and I just pulled up and stopped on this point. I moved from where I started. He's a little fella. Yeah, went back to this is the Mickey shad. The water temperature is 69 degrees. Now, it was 79 last time I was out a couple days ago. Get my bait switched around, my line switched. We've had so much rain. We've had 9 inches of rain lately, and they're dumping water out of Kerr Lake above us. And when they dump that water out of Kerr Lake, it's like 50 couple degrees where it comes out, because it comes out of the bottom of the dam, and it's cooling our water. I didn't realize it had cooled it that much, so that's making the bite a little tough today. Usually, when the water is in the 60s and 70s and climbing, whatever, I can catch them out of this grass. But it's going to be tough today because of the water temperature's dropped. That's 10 degrees after this rain. And like I said, it's not the rain that dropped it as much as what they're dumping out of Kerr Lake, which is above us. And it's cooling the channel. So I just got off the channel. The channel was 64 degrees. So I just came in off the channel, and we're going to hit some grass beds in this creek and see what happens. Oh, another small one. Just can't seem to find a bigger fish, can it? Here, I might slide her head. That's a fun size. He's about 12 inches. Right off the back side of the scratch patch. Right there. It's going from little patch to patch. You know, some of these patches don't have to be big. They don't have to be humongous. They hang around them like coyotes, you know, just searching for something to eat. Hey guys, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you for joining. I'm going to share with you a couple things. One of my favorite baits to throw, and I didn't catch any fish on today, is a space monkey. With a Texas rig on tungsten weight. I've caught a lot of 5 to 7 pound fish here around that grass on that. So that's just the way it goes. That's a good bait. The other thing I done well on that, I caught a couple on. This is a Dominky shad. It was a fluke on a drop dead hook. Okay, we can go ahead and hold it. Get a little weight on it. That works good around the grass. The main thing is you need to fish the front of the grass, over top of it, the edges. Don't get down in it. If you get down in it, it's over with. I showed you how tough it was, how tough that grass was. The bait I also caught a few on was Destroyer, and I had it on that Pro model slider. And last but not least, I think I caught 2 on this finesse one on the slider here. Just a Zoom finesse one. 8-pound line, just pitching to the grass. I had fluorocarbon on those 2 rods. I know somebody's gonna want to know that. Sometimes, guys, I don't give you all the information because I don't think about what all I really need to tell you sometime and share with you. So, hope you enjoyed the show today. We caught a few bass. We didn't catch anything big. It was a very tough bite. I said earlier we had 9 inches of rain this last 6-8 days. The water's up. They're dumping water on Kerr Lake. When they're doing that, it makes the fishing here kind of tough. I thought we'd go out and see if we could get some fish off that grass. That grass will always hold fish early in the mornings and late in the evenings. You can fish that grass, usually catch a couple, and sometimes some big ones. Thank you for watching. Join us again on Fishing Lake Country. We appreciate you subscribing, and we'll see you next time. And guys, get out and do some fishing anytime you can. See you next time.